Life is a kaleidoscope. I just came to that realization. Let me explain what I'm saying here. I came across a very short quote from Bob Proctor, whom most of you are familiar with, that said, "Dissatisfaction is a creative state." And I guess that's true, because when we're in a point where we're not satisfied with things, where we have some angst, that's when we start re-examining where we're at, and where we're more than likely willing and able to make some changes. I think it's Tony Robbins who says that pain is a big motivator in life. So when we're dissatisfied, I'm going to go into a little bit of a personal story here. A couple of years back, I was beginning to look towards retirement from a long-term career. And I realized I don't have enough finances here to live the life that I want to in retirement. So I started looking around and seeing, my God, what alternatives are there? Now, my spouse was in the marketing business online, and that just held no interest to me whatsoever. But the more I began to look at it, and eventually I decided to open my mind some more and go to one of the events from her company, I began to look a lot more interesting, and I really, really liked the people whom I met there, very different than what I had anticipated. So I was, yes, in a state of dissatisfaction. Do you ever reach a point, especially if you're in your middle years or so, where you don't want to work for somebody else anymore. You don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to be accountable to somebody else. You don't want to have to live your life around the requirements of a job. And I was at that point. There was nothing horrible going on at work. I just was fed up with that lifestyle. So I thought, geez, it would be nice to work for myself. So I decided to join my spouse in her business. And I was just posting today online that statement that dissatisfaction is a creative state, because it certainly opened my mind to new things. I wanted to do something different. I wanted some additional mental stimulation, because things were boring after all these years doing the same thing. And I wanted something different. And I certainly got into something different. So it worked out fine. But why do I say kaleidoscope? As I say, I posted something today with that statement in it, and somebody came back and said that, yes, they learned the same thing, that when you're thinking that things are not going well, that indeed is a time for a big change to occur. And then I thought, my cousin, when I was a kid, gave me a kaleidoscope once for Christmas. It was a little